Welcome to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. You are watching 10YS TV, Game 3 of the GSSSA Junior Girls Championship Series. First of our doubleheader this afternoon. Went to say tonight, I was used to being here at all hours. I'm Ronaldo Dorset, joined in the broadcast booth by Laurent Elliott. He's, of course, still celebrating because his Anatole Rogers T-Wolves, well, his former school, he's an alumni, still celebrating the T-Wolves Senior Boys Championship. Before we get to any of these games, what'd you think of last night? Like, how does it feel being an alumni, seeing that happen?
It felt great. It felt great. I can't lie. Seeing them being able to execute everything, it felt great. You know, I know all the hard work that they went through, being in their practices. I know it's a long time coming, and it felt great.
All right, so we'll see which one of these two programs will join the D.W. Davis Royals Junior Boys and the aforementioned T-Wolves Senior Boys by hoisting the 2025 championship titles. D.W. Davis won Game 1 in this series. The Raptors won Game 2 thanks to a buzzer-beating layup from number 1, Tajanique Morley. You see her going to the floor there. So this series has been pretty much a one-on-one matchup between two players. With the ball right now, Micaiah Bowles from D.W. Davis and number 1 Morley. And it's pretty much gone, whichever one of them has had the best game, their team has won.
Okay.
So what do you think is the best defense when you're faced against a team where you know this player gets the ball every possession, this is going to be their leading scorer, this is the player that's making all the decisions? What's the best defense against something like that?
I think the best, the box and one, and it all comes down to the supporting cast. If they could be able to stop the other team supporting cast from getting hot in the game.
So that will be a big factor this afternoon. Which supporting cast will have the better game? Bowles there with 2 free throws. First 2 points of the game. Now, after we posted the game-winning play from Morley, you had a lot of people commenting on the defense that D.W. Davis played. Yeah. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. They had 3 players guarding her. She inbounded the ball. Had 3 players guarding her, but nobody watched, and they always say you got to watch the inbound guy. Nobody watched. They just ran a simple give and go. She took it the full length of the floor, finished with a floater.
Yeah, I feel like people say it, but it's easier said than done.
Right.
Watching the inbounder, because you think they can't do anything out of bounds, but the minute you turn your back, they stepped in. They can be the person to seal the game.
So a pair of missed free throws there from Andronique Smith. Raptors still scoreless. So the D.W. Davis Junior Boys won their 8th consecutive title yesterday. Junior girls looking to join them.
I said eight straight is impressive.
8 straight, but even in between that, I think they might have had a run of 4 or 5 before they lost one. Yeah. So it could be I think it's something like 13 within the last 15 years or something like that. However long Hannah's been there, they've been winning basically.
I remember being in junior high school, and I faced them one time. It was a horrible game. I got beat by like 50 points from them.
I think everybody that played this D.W. Davis team has one of those stories or one of those experiences at a time when they used to hoop. And there's Tajanique Morley making her first field goal of the game, hitting on a 3.
Whoever can make Morley and Bowles make their job easier is going to win the game.
And just like we talked about early on in this game, 5 points put up, and it's been those 2 players.
Yep.
Bowles finishing with the layup, so she has 4, Morley has 3. That's the score in the game.
Yep. But I feel like her team is playing good defense to help her be able to get out on the break.
Yeah, you see this Royals defense. They're playing that zone. And they have number 12, Antonika Ferguson, tallest player on the floor, just sitting in the middle of that zone. She's creating a lot of problems because you know they want to get Morley with a full head of steam, driving to the basket, getting an easy layup, or trying to create fouls. But once they have Ferguson, and once they have Ayana Alexi, number 13, anchoring that zone, you see them with both hands outstretched. Right there, deflected the runner from Morley, making shots difficult.
Well, that's the key piece. Once they're there, hands straight up. Don't give the refs a chance to call a foul. And they're there to help protect the paint.
And this is what the Raptors want. They want to get Morley on the break. Thought she had a chance to take that one all the way to the rim, but pulled up with the runner. Gets her own rebound and hits the midi jumper.
She's going to get a lot of that. So once she gets comfortable and starts hitting those, it's going to be a problem.
Well, she's got to be in shape because based on the way this game is going and what her usage rate is going to be a long afternoon.
This is a pretty huge gym compared to the rest of those in Nassau. They running up and down the whole floor. It's a pretty lengthy game.
And there's Alexi with the runner in the lane. So the first player in the game from either team to score outside of the big two. Morley and Bowles. Tried to get it out to Smith. Bowles plays the passing lanes on the break. Puts it in for two.
If she continues to do that, it's going to be a pretty easy game for DW Davis.
Morley goes around the screen, pulls off for three, but is fouled. They whistle Shalika Lewis. Call for the foul. Morley will shoot three. You know what coaches say about fouling a jump shooter? You already hear the DW Davis letting her know.
Yep. We hate it. I think it's a matter of how long she can go one-on-one before she gets tired and can't do anything more.
And at some point, you know, like you mentioned, the supporting cast is going to have to be the difference. We see this all the time. Players can have a great stretch, but at some point in the game, that defense is going to key on you 100%, and someone else is going to have to make a play.
It's all about who's going to be that someone else.
And it seems as if the other players on the Royals are more willing to step up and make that play. Right now, C.H. Reeves is just going completely through Morley. Bowles inside, and she draws a foul, so now she will go to the line. I don't want to announce her, jinx her right now, but Bowles perfect at the line so far. Of course. All right, my fault.
I think every time an announcer says it,
yeah,
always miss.
I know. When I said it, I knew that was going to happen.
And she missed the second one.
But there she comes up with the steal on the drive, looking for a foul, doesn't get it, but gets the reverse somehow. Shot it behind her head. It was kind of a jump hook layup, whatever it was.
Yeah. If she continues this and her supporting cast up, I don't see how they can lose this game.
Four-point lead.
Gets her own rebound.
And there's Ferguson again with that block. So they call it on the follow through. Initially it was a clean block,
Okay.
but she did come down and hit her on the head. That's going to be 2 on Ferguson. But you already see what that zone is doing. Morley has taken 3 threes already, not really driving to the basket, something we're accustomed to seeing her doing.
Yeah. I think that's something they're going to live by tonight, if she can hit the 3 or not.
Well, to take it back to last night again, I've seen very few teams in local high school basketball that can live by the 3, a lot like your T-Wolves did last night with Francis and Ferguson. I think they hit 10 threes between them. We don't see that happen too often.
That's what I said going into it. Like, if you're going to live by it, you have to be able to die by it too, because it's going to happen. You're not going to hit all every night.
Morley on the break. Royals back in transition, puts up a wild one, doesn't get it to go. The other players aren't even looking for their shot.
They probably already got it in there, just get the ball to Morley.
So D.W. Davis will take a 2-point lead at the end of 1. It's been all Tajanique Morley and Micaiah Bowles. Second quarter action underway. Royals with a 2-point lead. I'm not sure if it was a limp, but Bowles appeared to be moving kind of funny on that last trip up the floor. Let's see if it makes a difference. Smith, and I think that's the first Raptor to actually attempt a shot other than Morley.
But they started out in the full court press, so that might take a toll on Morley and what all she can do, having to bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, and I think that may be the idea behind it. Get the ball out of her hands as soon as possible and force another player to make a decision.
Yeah.
Morley on the trigger, gets it into Smith. Has room in the corner. Morley, jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound goes to the Royals.
One thing I just said, she is settling for the floater. She doesn't want to get in the paint with those people, with the big girls.
Morley with the cross floater, draws another foul. And I think if you're the D.W. Davis coaching staff, you got to tell them, look, if she is going to make that runner from that distance, then we got to live with that. But they're fouling her so many times on that shot, sending her to the free throw line, and she's a good free throw shooter. And of course, me saying she's a good free throw shooter means she's going to miss the first.
I think as a coach, what you're willing to live by and die by. It's something you're going to give up on defense every time. So it's just, what are you willing to give up?
Yeah, you're going to take something away, but by taking something away, you also recognize I'm going to give something up.
It's all about what are you willing to give up?
So I think D.W. Davis is actually making a concentrated effort to get the other players in the game involved. Bowles is pretty much being more of a facilitator.
Yeah.
So far here in the second.
And that's the key. That's definitely key. Allow her to not have to go so hard in case some push comes to shove in the fourth quarter. You never know what happens.
And Roll misses both at the line. Raptors give it right back on the travel. Yeah, Bowles is definitely hobbling. You can see the way that she's running. I don't know if that's the reason why the other Royals are being more aggressive on the offensive end. There she misses a pair of floaters, and Alexi will go to the line.
That's one thing the Royals have on the Raptors is size down low. They're able to crash the offensive board.
It's one thing to have size, it's another one to be able to take advantage. That's something that I feel wears a team down over the course of the game. Even if you don't see it right away, you may not see it early on, but by the late third, fourth quarter, it starts to make a difference once fatigue sets in.
Or it's knowing how to use it, know how to use your size.
And that time, Morley getting all the way to the cup. Didn't settle for the floater like you said she was settling. Went all the way to the basket and scored.
But she looks a little gassed though, like she's starting to get gassed a bit. So how much longer can she go?
Bowles on the drive, puts up a tough shot and one.
I don't think she know how that went in.
The only thing that matters is that it did go in. That's it. And that's the second one of those she hit this afternoon. So Morley with all 12 for C.H. Reeves. Bowles with 10 of the 14 for D.W. Davis. Just rims out, doesn't convert on the three-point play. Morley brings it back the other way. Ferguson again, whistle for the foul. And I think the most difficult thing is it's not as if someone else is bringing the ball up the floor and she's getting it on the wing and then she's going to work. She's getting it in the backcourt, dribbling it all the way to the front court, and then making her move. So she has it the entire possession.
I think they're giving her good pressure to allow her to take more energy out, bring it about the court, so she doesn't have much when it comes to finishing it.
And that's Ferguson again on the foul. Well, let's see who they call it on, because if that's 3 on Ferguson.
I think they called it on number 4.
But either way, Ferguson will sit with 3 fouls. And there goes that size advantage for D.W. Davis. And now Morley appears to be hobbling a bit. Trying to walk off that tough foul. They call it on the floor.
I think the question is who can step up for C.H. Reeves if she can't do anything.
You know, we keep saying when is someone else going to make a play when she gets tired, but I don't know if that's going to happen the way it looks so far. She may never get tired. Bowles bringing it in the front court for D.W. Davis. Hit with the double. Royals called for time. Smith. Air ball on the floater. Royals swinging in the corner. That jumper is off from Sherman. Ball goes back to C.H. Reeves. Sherman face guarding Morley the full length of the floor, taking her out of the play, but Smith draws a foul.
I think that can get in Morley's head and kind of get her out of the game.
So what that'll do is force someone else to step up, because if you just eliminate her out of the play early, you create a situation like what happened just now with Smith. Worked out for the Raptors. Pretty sure that's the first Raptors player to score other than Morley.
I think it is.
Tied again at 14. Bowles putting the move on Morley, but loses the handle in the lane. Sherman again hounding Morley full length of the floor. Smith is going to take it herself. Throws up a wild one, looking for that foul again. Roll on the drive. Gonna be called for. Oh, I thought they were gonna go with the travel. They say jump ball. Possession arrow goes over to the Raptors anyway.
Gonna leave to someone else. Who's gonna step up?
I think they got away with the travel, and that paid dividends. Definitely the first Raptors field goal other than Morley. That's Ariel Lewis. Bowles doesn't get the foul call, but stolen back by Roll. Bowles again. Raptors call for time. They take a 2-point lead. So out of the timeout, they go to Alexi. Her runner is off. Rebound goes over to the Raptors. Morley just rims out. But there's Lewis. So back-to-back scores from her now. We wonder which supporting cast would step up the most. Right now, it's C.H. Reeves, and that's why they have the lead.
I think they started to realize that in order to win, they're going to have to step up other than having Marley score the ball.
Stolen by Morley. And she takes it all the way, just rims out. So I think Bowles is going to have to match her level of aggression.
Yep.
She's been sitting back being more of a facilitator, but she's going to have to get back to what got them here, and that's her being that leading scorer. Knocked away, jump ball, possession arrow, over to the Royals.
The coach just told her to go to the basket, so let's see if she does it.
Loses the handle again. She's been good in the she's been good in transition, but trying to score in the half court has been an issue for her so far. We've seen her lose the handle a few times.
I think it's starting to take a toll on her now.
Morley pulls up. And that'll do it headed into the half. C.H. Reeves comes from behind to take a 4-point lead. 18-14, Game 3, GSSSA Junior Girls Championship. Second half action underway. D.W. Davis Royals versus C.H. Reeves Raptors. Raptors with a 4-point lead in game 3. Third and deciding game of this series. Bowles on the drive. And that's what they need to get more of that action from her. On the wing, full head of steam. Just missed that one, but it was a good look.
I think she's trying to find her teammates first, but if she doesn't have that, she's going full head to the rim.
Raptors turn that one over. Back to the Royals. Royals had an early 6-point lead. Raptors went on a brief run. Number 10, Ariel Lewis, scored 4 points to give them a 4-point lead. And there's Alexi fighting for the board and gets it. Possession arrow stays here.
A good foul.
Yeah, I was wondering when Roll was going to see that. Nobody guarded Alexi on the inbound, and now she will go to the line.
That's what happens when you don't guard the inbounder.
Well, D.W. Davis should know. That's the reason we have a game 3. Going back to the second quarter, this offense struggling right now. This is the times when you need a free throw, you need an easy basket. You just need something to go for you positively on the offensive end. Morley is going to stay on the attack. That's one thing you know, she is going to attack, so if you're not going to foul her.
Yeah, I don't see her getting tired anytime soon.
I think D.W. Davis has to do a better job defending without fouling. Force her to make those difficult shots. Because these ones are easy for her.
Yeah, center to the line is giving her, almost like giving her automatic 2 points.
Wide open off the long rebound. No good, but there's Lewis.
That's supporting cast.
And she has been the difference maker. 6 points. Bowles.
I think the Royals coaches were kind of arguing on that no call down there.
Yeah, so I think their argument is that, you know, Morley's getting the superstar treatment. She's getting the calls on one end of the floor every time she drives. You're not seeing that happen with Bowles, and she's ending up on the floor after every possession, but just not getting the foul calls. That can be frustrating as a coach to watch, especially when you see this lead starting to grow. It's tense moments now. We're into the third quarter. 7-point lead.
Look at 8.
And now C.H. Reeves showing zone. Bowles got to get going. And now gets the foul call. And you can see the frustration from her, the frustration from the team. But she's a good free throw shooter as well. If they can get back into this game with her at the line and you're able to cut into the lead with the clock stopped. Misses them both, so 4 missed free throws this quarter so far from the Royals. That's not a way to get back into the ball game. Smith just loses the handle. steps into a jumper. They get it early into the hands of Morley, and you know what's going to happen next.
That was a tough bucket.
She is relentless, and this lead is now up to 10.
I think her teammates are starting to support her. That's why the lead is growing, so it's growing.
Bowles has to respond right now, just giving the ball up. And I think you're seeing the difference right now. Tajanique Morley is looking to attack on every possession. Nothing going right now for D.W. Davis as this lead just continues to balloon. Timeout, Royals. 6 unanswered for C.H. Reeves. They lead by 10. And finally, drought has ended.
That might have been what they need.
Aaliyah Cartwright's free throw brings an end to the run. And now D.W. Davis need to force some turnovers. Smith on the drive, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. But there's Lewis again. She has been big on the offensive boards. 8 points.
She's going to be the difference maker in this game today.
And Morley stepping into the passing lanes, just distracting Bulls. Tajanique Morley has definitely met the moment this afternoon. And if we wondered who would bad foul by Ferguson, she just checked back into the game, and that's 4 on her, so she may have to sit right away.
I think they're going to take the rest reliever in the game.
They're going to let her play with those 4. Kiara Roll banks in a free throw. Lead is now 12. Let's see what Bowles responds. Pulls up for 3.
She hits it. That's the spark that they needed.
And if they're going to get it done, it's going to have to be her. No secret about that. Morley has been there for the Raptors. Bowles will have to be there for the Royals in this second half if they want to pull away. Or get back into the game, I should say. So Sherman will check in. Roll checks out.
Okay.
And luckily enough, that was going to be number 5 on Ferguson, but there was a travel before the foul.
Yep.
Bowles now
down.
getting the step, getting to the basket.
I think that three-pointer was what she needed to go in.
So 5 from Bowles. They can't let Morley get loose in transition.
wow.
What a shot.
Surrounded by three Royals defenders.
Bowles again. Doesn't get the foul call.
Oh, wow.
Smith trying to get it to Morley. And Bowles comes from behind. Smith on the floor, possession arrow. This one will go to the Royals.
The Royals are starting to go on a run here. Can the Royals respond? Call a timeout.
So right when D.W. Davis looked to be making a run, Royals trailing by 9.
That timeout might have
And
been
Lewis just stopped playing after she
needed.
had the putback.
Morley down on the other end of the court.
And all 5 black jerseys there for the rebound. Not a single Royals player under the basket. Morley still down. Morley took a hard spill after that runner.
Yep. Looked like she fell on her wrist.
So both star players with injury concerns. Morley back into the game. Bowles was favoring her elbow. And Bowles currently not on the floor, so the Royals will have to be searching for answers.
Who's it going to be? Someone's going to have to step up for the Royals.
And Morley will go to the line to shoot 2. So that's the last thing you need with the clock winding down at the end of the third. You foul the other team's best free throw shooter in the backcourt, giving her an opportunity to score 2.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things coaches hate, fouls in the backcourt.
Yes, for your girlie, yes,
5 seconds left. Rule goes all the way. It's been that kind of afternoon for D.W. Davis. They will trail by 10 headed into the fourth. So this is how quickly a series can shift play to play, game to game. In game 2, the Royals were 8 seconds away from winning the championship. They give up that buzzer beater to Morley, and now you see the complete turnaround in game 3. They go from all but being assured the championship to now under 5 minutes left. And they'll have to have a 10-point turnaround. And not only that, they'll have to do it with Bowles on the bench, still being treated for her elbow.
That's one thing about Atkinson basketball. It's a game of runs. When can your team go on a run or stop another team's run?
Inside, Lewis. And she has 10.
We talked about the supporting cast. I think Lewis has been the supporting cast for C.H. Reeves tonight.
C.H. Reeves has found that other player to step up. You know this one's always going to be there, but they found the other one to step up. And all afternoon long, that has been Ariel Lewis.
She's been there when Morley wasn't able to step in there. Morley wasn't able to finish.
Real superstar treatment is having a coach tie your shoelace before you go to the free throw line.
I think free throws are going to be a key factor in the ending of this game right now.
14-point lead, 5 minutes to go, and without Bowles, even with Bowles, it's a daunting task, but with her still on the bench, she's just coming back from the locker room. Doesn't go to the scorer's table to check in. She heads to the bench. D.W. Davis continues to struggle, and they turn it over.
They're starting to pick up Morley full court again.
But right now, their struggle is going to be on the offensive end, whether they turn with Bowles on the bench. No shot clock in junior girls, so the Raptors are content to just play keep away. If they can do it for this entire 4:24.
I've seen it happen before. Dribble the clock up for an entire quarter.
So the defensive strategy for D.W. Davis is going to have to change if the Raptors are going to play keep away. There's no way they can just sit back in that 2-3 zone that they were playing in the first half.
They'll have to go everyone get one in order to be able to make a comeback.
Right now, they have allowed C.H. Reeves to eat up nearly 2 minutes of playing time on this one possession, trailing by 14.
In this moment, time is crucial.
They've got to get them out of a zone and just go man.
They almost got the steal. They're taking almost 3 minutes off the clock now.
And finally, the Royals come up with one. But the key there is the Raptors were able to eat up about 3 minutes of playing time just playing keep away. And on top of that, now D.W. Davis has to figure out how to score. Missed three from Roll, saves it, but saves it into the hands of Smith. Smith on the break. Blocked, will stay here with.
Like he said,
Ball go.
Game-winning shot in game 2 has now led to a possible CH3's championship tonight, this evening.
And D.W. Davis has got to be kicking themselves. If we just played defense better on that one possession, we'd have a trophy right now. And you go to a third, when you go to the final game of a series, anything can happen.
They're going to go home, and this is possibly their last game of the season. Nothing else after this.
And this is just not the same team without Bowles in the lineup. When they were struggling in the third, she hit that big three, then had the floater, and you saw the energy shift, and everyone got back into the game. They just don't have a player that can go out there and create their own shot the way that she can.
And I think that's going to be the end cause for the Royals this evening. Even though Morley's getting face guarded, her supporting cast has stepped up tonight.
Yeah, led by Lewis with 10 points. The Royals just cannot harass the Raptors enough to even force A turnover.
I believe the Raptors have had about 4.5 minutes of possession time this fourth quarter.
Sherman whistled for the foul with the body check on Morley. And Sherman will be called for the unsportsmanlike foul, so Morley will get free throws and the Raptors will get possession.
I'm glad the refs called it and didn't let it go off like a regular foul. It could have made things a lot worse in this game.
So 1:30 left to play, and the way this fourth quarter has gone, C.H. Reeves may just keep the ball this entire possession for this 1:30.
I think that's what they're going to do. Turnover.
Alexi jumper no good. And the ball just finds its way into the hands of Morley. And now it's going to be all free throws here on out for C.H. Reeves.
I think the refs are trying to put an end to the body checking. I think they're gonna say they're gonna dribble it out for this last minute.
This is the kind of thing, I feel like you only see this happen in football where one team has the time of possession so long that it just takes the energy away from the other team. And that's what we saw happen here in the fourth quarter. The Raptors got to a big lead. It was a lot of factors. They took the lead. Bold got hurt. And then just being able to maintain possession, completely taking away D.W. Davis's chances of even attempting a comeback.
I think that's one of the cons of not playing with a shot clock. One team can dribble out the whole quarter, whole half if they have a lead.
Which brings up another question, because there's different rules for different divisions. You wouldn't have this happen in the senior division because they play with a shot clock. So you would still have to be making plays. You still have to work with those 24 seconds. But here at the junior level, CHU is just able to do what we saw them do here in this fourth quarter. They didn't even need to score, and this game would have still been over.
The question we said in the beginning, who's going to be the supporting cast, and I believe C.H. Reeves had the best of it, the best supporting cast of this game.
And that's been on both ends of the floor. You see Smith with the block on the fast break.
think that's the first basket the Royals scored.
Seems like
All
first
quarter.
one in forever. And that will do it. The Raptors lose game 1. They come back to take game 2, game 3, and they are your 2025 GSSSA Junior Girls Champs.